Hello everybody. So today I want to show you how to answer. We need to find about complementary solutions and particular solutions. So in this one I will put yc, that is about e to the power of lambda s. Later that we need to do first the derivative of yc, and we have lambda e to the power of lambda s. So when we do first the derivative of this one, we keep the same e to the power of lambda s. Later that we need to do first the derivative of lambda s. You got lambda. Now we go to second derivative of yc, and we have lambda square e to the power of lambda s. Now about this one, because this is about complementary solutions, so I will put this one equals to number 0. That means we can put this one go in here, this one go in here, and this one go in here. So e to the power of lambda s, we can do about factorization. Now we put this one equals to number 0. And we know that this is about identities. So we have lambda plus number 2, everything to the power of 2. And in this one, we have two solutions. So we have this one equals to number 0. So you put number 2 go in here. So because we have the power number 2, so we have same two equations. So we have lambda equals to negative number 2 and lambda equals to negative number 2. So in this one we have yc, that is about c number 1 e to the power of negative 2s. So we put negative number 2 go in here because they have the same solutions. So we have c number 2 s e to the power of negative 2s, and this is about for yc. Now let's go to particular solutions. So we can see that this is about s square. So I will put about yb. So that should be about a plus bs plus cs square. Now we need to do first the derivative of yb, and we got about this one, that is about the constant. So you got number 0. This one we have number 1, so we have b. This one, that is about 2cs, and we go to second derivative of yb. This one, that is about the constant, so you got number 0. This one we have 2c. Now we have this one. So we put this one go in here, this one go in here, and this one go in here. So that should be like this. Because we have number 4, so we multiply this one by number 4. This one we have number 4, so we have 4a plus 4b, and the last one 4cs squared. Now we need to arrange based on the term of s, so I just put like this. So we have s squared, that means we have coefficient number 1 next to s squared, so 4c equals to number 1. And now because we don't have s, so we have ac plus 4b equals to number 0. And the last one 2c plus 4b plus 4a equals to number 0. And now we need to find the solution of a, b, c. So this one we have 1 over number 4. This one we have 1 over 4 we put in here. So we have number 2. Number 2 we put on the right. We have negative number 2. Negative number 2 divided by 4. We have negative 1 over 2. After we have this one, we can find the value of 8. So we put 1 over 4 go in here. And we have 1 over 2. This is about negative number 2. So this one we have 3 over 8. After we got all the values in here, we put this one go in here. And that should be about 3 over 8. And this one we have negative 1 over 2. The next one we have 1 over 4. So we have y equals to yc plus yb. Yc we have this one. Yb that we have this one. So we have the conditions in here. That means for the first one, when s equals to number 0, y equals to number 1. So in this case, we put number 0 go in here, 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 and here. So we can get about C number 1, because this is about number 1. When we put number 0 in here, this one you got number 0. So this one we have number 0 and number 0, and we have 3 over 8 equals to number 1. Number 1, that's it from here. So we can find C number 1. So we put 3 over 8 go to the right, and that is about 5 over 8. After we got 5 over 8, we can go to C number 2. So in this one, we need to do first the derivative of y. So this one we have negative number 2, C number 1, e to the power of negative 2s. This one, we need to do first the derivative of s. So we have number 1. Later that, we need to do first the derivative of e to the power of negative 2s. So we have negative number 2, C number 2, s, e to the power of negative 2s. This one, that is about the constant, so you got number 0. The next one, we have negative 1 over 2. The next one, we have 1 over 2s. Now, we have the condition number 2. So that means when we put s equals to number 0, first the derivative of y equals to number 2. So we put number 0 go in here, 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 and here, here. So we have negative number 2, c number 1. This one we have c number 2. This one you got number 0. This one we have negative 1 over 2 equals to number 2. C number 1, that is 5 over 8. So we put 5 over 8 go in here. So we have C number 2. So we put this one go to the right. Negative 1 over 2 go to the right. We have 15 over number 4. So after we have C number 1 and C number 2, we go back to this one. So I will put C number 1. That is about 5 over 8. And C number 2, 15 over 4. This is the end. Thank you for watching.